Campbell Show. I am Daniel Campbell. Welcome one, welcome all. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome, welcome. I'm just waiting on the others to come in. If you are just joining, as you can see the caption. Today's show is Cooking with Daniel as a J1 student. You know, live as a J1 student. I'm just giving the others time to join. Remember to like, share, and subscribe if you have not done so as yet. Welcome in my side. Welcome, welcome. Good night. Good night. Greetings. Welcome. Alright, so what is it that we have in store for today? Today we will be cooking some Jamaican stewed chicken and rice. So right here I've already placed my chicken to what you would say in Jamaica to thaw out. Yeah, it's a little hard. So that's what's right here. Welcome one, welcome all. Good night. Greetings. Welcome my side. Welcome, welcome. Alright, so the rice is already finished. No, it's not yet finished. Still steaming. Yes, sir. So what I'm going to be doing now, I'm going to be starting the cutting of the vegetables and the seasoning. Alright, so what you'll need is your scallion or green onions, whatever you want to call it. This is what you'll need. So you'll need a few. You'll need a few of these. Yeah, that's about it. Alright. You'll also need some tomatoes, tomato, and onion. Alright, these are about some of the things that you are going to need. You know, and you need to spice up your food, for your food to taste good. Mercy. Good night, good night. You have to spice up your food for it to taste good. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off with, let me get my cutting board. Alright, so this is the size cutting board I'm going to be using, and my knife. So, alright, so you're going to want to start off with, let me get the other ball. Okay. Alright, so start off with the seasoning. So you scrape off the sides. You cut the ends. You don't want these parts in your chicken. You're just gonna peel this part off. It's very good to for males to know how to cook. Mercy. So if you don't know how to cook, watch and learn. Let me keep nobody stretch out your wife. You have some man, them things say a woman alone for cook, because that's her job. Man must always also know how to cook. Welcome, welcome. Yes, brown stew chicken. Yes. Alright, so it's all diced up. So I'm going to cut it up now. I'm going to do it 2 times. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to cut them very fine and nice. Get all that juice. You should smell these seasonings. Alright, so I'm going to dice up this one also. And you have to dice them very small, you know. You don't want them to be too chunky. Well, it all depends on your liking, but for me, you don't want them too chunky. Don't want them too chunky. Alright. For those who are just joining, welcome to the Daniel Campbell Show. Today we will be cooking, and I will be showing you how to cook Jamaican style brown stew chicken. Right, so I'm cutting up the seasonings now. Alright, so that is the seasoning that we're going to be using. So let me put all of that here. Set it aside. Awesome. That's your onion. It's your. Right, now for this, you can cut these any way you like it. I tend to do it 2 ways. This is one. Some persons will cut them very fine, some persons will just go across like this. All depends on how you like it, what goes for you, you know. That's all you need to do, because at the end all it's doing is getting cooked down. Alright. Toss that aside. Right, awesome. Awesome. Welcome. Good night. Welcome, my side. Welcome. Alright, so I'm going to put all of this in. As I said, it all depends on how you like it. So I like it, you know. All depends on how you want it. How you want it to be. Okay, yeah. That's it. All depends on how you want it to be. Right, so let me scrape it little. You don't want this brown part to be in your seasoning, so you have to scrape it, you know. Yeah. Some person might have gotten it off a long time ago. Yeah. Alright. I don't want that part there. Right. Guys, remember to like and subscribe. Remember to share. Welcome to the Daniel Campbell Show. Alright, my side. So we're ready now. Great. Let's see. Now set the board. Wash off the board. Great. Awesome. So now I can start with the cut. Oh, let me take off this side. Alright, now let me start with the cutting. Awesome. No, as I said, it all depends on how you like it. This is how I like to cut my vegetables. I don't want nobody to come crucify me. This is how I do it. All depends on how you like it. Some persons like it thin, some persons like it chunky, some persons like it broad, some persons just dice it. Whatever goes for you. Whatever you like. So Alright, so let me put these parts now. Let's set it apart. See that? See all the notes. It's very strong and very high. This one's a little big. Sometimes I just look at this, make it smaller. Awesome. Now I'm gonna add these also to my bowl. These are real big. Over here, just use half. You know, always freeze your leftover onions and stuff. You know. Alright, so now what's left is the garlic. I'm going to use this scissor here and tear through this packet of garlic seasoning. Welcome all to the Daniel Campbell Show. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Today we'll be cooking Jamaican brown stew chicken. Yeah. Live as a J1 student. If you're just joining, remember to like and subscribe. Alright, so you are going to want to make sure that you take off the outer wall that you'll find on your garlic. You don't need no more than 2. You use a small knife so that you can dice your garlic, because you don't want your garlic too chunky. Like for persons like me who do not like garlic, you don't want to taste the garlic in your food, but it's very healthy to eat. So you can put as much as you want. Even for ginger, you can do the same thing. You cut as many as you want. Just make sure that it is so fine you just eat it without even knowing. You know, you play with the mind. So you dice your garlic very fine. Should not be chunky. Very fine, very thin. If you like garlics, you can eat it as you cut it, whichever way you like. But I like my garlics thin. You know, the thinner it is the better. My perspective. Alright. Okay, so good. Alright, so that's the garlic. I'm just gonna set it aside here on my board. Great. Awesome. So we have our garlic, we have our raw onions, we have our tomatoes, and of course we have our scallion, whether you want to call it green onions or scallions, whatever they are here. Alright, now of the moment the chicken is here, good now. Great, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to set my garlic aside so that I can have space for the chicken. So I'll set my garlic aside. There's the garlic. Set aside, and then I take out the chicken. Alright, awesome. Now, what you're going to want to do when you have your chicken like this, because this is a rib, this is a rib, yeah, and the leg is attached, you're going to want to remove the leg before you start cleaning. So you grab your knife and you cut down. Removed. Awesome. Where's that here? Where's this here? Do the same thing for the next. And that's good. Now it's removed. Now I start the process of cleaning. Now, the outer layer of the chicken, you'll find all kind of fat and sometimes air dispensers from the machine, probably, and stuff like that from the chicken. So you're going to want to remove all of that. And you have to make sure that your knife is sharp and also make sure that you are using it correctly so you won't cut yourself. Alright, so take off the excess fat just like that, and then the back of your rib right around here, you'll find a lot of fat and stuff that's there. You're going to want all of that to come out. Right, so what I intend to use is but this can work. So you see all of that coming up, right? I'm going to use the, as I said, it's whatever that works for you. I use a fork, it works good for me because the knife is sharp, but it's whatever that works for you. Whatever works for you. Alright, so that's what you do. Once everything is come out, all the, because it's visible and you know that it's there to the bone, then you look for other excess fat that's within the chicken. Some persons don't like skin, so they will tend to just remove all the skin. I would not suggest you to do all of that per se. You can, but I wouldn't suggest. Why? The chicken, the skin is like a wall protecting the chicken. So when it goes on impact with the frying aspect of it, it will just burn straight to the best part of your chicken. I don't want that, because it will then form a new outer wall, and you want that outer wall to be the skin. So I wouldn't suggest removing the that aspect. Alright? Awesome. Oh, there's some fat here so too. Right, so you want to clean off that. Alright, so that's what this is. Alright, so scraping off all of this. So that, see how cleaner it's getting? That's what you want to see. That's the effect that you want. You want to make sure that the skin, because I don't like to taste the fat from the, you finish cooking, you taste the, and you don't want to have that. You want to make sure that all the excess fat is removed, especially from the lining of the skin. Right? Awesome. Takes time, but over time, you will get good at it. Alright, so removing that. Yeah. If you're just joining, welcome to the Daniel Campbell Show. I am your host, Daniel Campbell. Today we're focusing on cooking with Daniel, where we're going to be cooking Jamaican brown stewed chicken and rice. Yeah, as a J1 student, most meals and man them out there, them don't want cook, you see me? Them feel say a woman alone can cook, because that's a woman's job. So it's good to make sure, especially parents, make sure that your sons can cook. Train them from them young, so that their wife will not feel burdened. She's the only one who can cook. Yeah. Welcome. Remember to like and subscribe if you have not subscribed as yet. Please remember to subscribe. Alright. Cutting off the excess. You do the same thing for the leg. Yeah? Same thing you do for the leg. Some people like to just remove all the skin from the leg. I don't know. I can't fathom. Here you go. That's the finishing look. Now I'm going to move on to my other piece of tie. Go back from and forth, because as I said, whatever works for you. Whatever works for you. Right, so remove the fat here. You have to make sure that everything is removed thoroughly. And Imagine that the food tastes nice, cooked good, because you're biting at the chicken. Pure fat. Mercy. Don't want that at all, at all, at all. Don't want that. You're gonna want to remove all of that fat. You're gonna want to remove all of that. So that, mercy, as a pro. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome, welcome, Walter. Welcome, Angela. Welcome. Welcome, Miss Rose. Greetings, greetings. Yeah, and I also suggest doing this also sometimes, especially if you have a good knife, because sometimes some little follicles on the skin, and that too is a show off when it comes to chicken. Yeah, man, that's a show off. Yeah, that's a show off. That's a real show off when it comes to chicken. Yeah. Give me 1 second, my side. Give me 1 second. 1 second, my side. Alright, my side. Yes, welcome to those who are just joining. Yes. So for those who are asking, so what we're cooking Jamaican brown stewed chicken and rice. Yes. Brown stewed chicken and rice. And for those who are just joining and you didn't see the prior preparation, this we have right here is some diced onion. You know, you have to have your Jamaican, you have to have your seasoning, your raw seasoning, you know. So this is your onion. You know, you have to have your tomatoes. Yes, yes. Your scallions. Have to have your scallions. Yeah, you have to have your scallion and your garlic. Very important. So, what I've been doing so far, I've been cleaning up the chicken. So, almost finished now, you know. Call it semi-finished. Yeah. There is one more left I need to do. Yeah. Yeah. So, that's where we're at. Remember to like and subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Remember to subscribe. Welcome to the Daniel Campbell Show. King with Daniel. life as a J1 student. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome one, welcome all. Alright, so as I said, I like to confiscate because it's the outer wall for the chicken. So what I do, take off the excess to make sure it has enough as a base. And at the same time, you don't want to work of fat on the chip and the skin. So you make sure that you remove it. I tend to use a fork to help to scrape it out. As I said, it's whatever works for you. This works for me, so don't come crucify me. This is what works for me. Alright? Good. Alright, so this part is a little, alright. Alright, so yes, welcome, welcome. Alright, so yeah man, it's good. So now I'm going to throw off the water. Almost made a mess. Alright, so I'm going to throw off the water. Okay. But you know what you cook as you go along, you have to clean it. Right? So I'm just going to throw all of them here in this bag. And throw it. Just go along, you have to clean it. As you go along. So, throwing these in here. Right. Cleanliness is next to godliness, you know? To make sure, say, okay, see when they keep everything, and when you're done, because some people do it the other way now, when you don't cook, them start clean up everything, you know? It's a whole power that. You have to do it as you go. As you go. Make it easier. Life is easy, you know? Life is what you make. Once you trust in God and you push out your effort, life will be easy. Right, so dispose of this. Awesome. Wash my hands. Then I will start with the washing of my chicken. Now there are two things that you can use to wash your chicken. I'm going to use the old-fashioned way. No, you can use vinegar. Now show the brand. Not even free advertisement. Or you can just use lime. Right? Let me go back for my cutting board. Any of the two can be used. Right? I'm going to be using lime. Now what you do? Slice your lime, you don't blend it, you slice it. You make sure that there is no water to dilute your lime, your lemon juice. Then you squeeze your lemon. You squeeze your lemon juice. And if you buy the lemon in the bottle, that's also good. But as you know, having it natural is good. It smells like orange juice. Welcome, welcome. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. If you're just joining, this is the Daniel Campbell Show. What we're cooking today, we're cooking stewed chicken and rice. This is the life as a J1 student, you know, to make sure the culture is alive. And sometimes you can, let me add one more line, just to be sure, you can't really trust them line here. You can add one more line. As I said, you cut the line. I'm using sure this. You cut the line, right? You do not blend it. Some people blend up their line. You don't want the rime of the lime in your chicken. You just want the juice. Alright? Kind of have to squeeze it, you know? But, yeah. Welcome my side. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Welcome, Miss Dawn. Welcome, Miss James. Welcome. Alright, so now lime squeeze. Boy, I'm not think I get no little juice out of there right now. That's just big for nothing. No little juice I get out of the lime. No little juice. Alright, so even so, because I'm not getting the juice, I gotta add one little tubes. Little tubes of the vinegar, just to be sure. Not just the lime there. You don't want no raw food. Don't want no raw food. That's not the Jamaican vocabulary. Right, so after your chicken is washed thoroughly, you leave it. Some people leave it overnight to marinate or that kind of something. You don't have that time and you need it now, you just do it now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add my powdered seasonings now. My powdered seasoning. Now, what I'm going to add, it's very important to have these seasonings in what you're doing. Very important. So, and of course the Jamaican Maggi have to get here, right? Because it won't be the same without the Jamaican Maggi. Alright, so these are the seasonings I'm going to be doing today. This is paprika. Going to be using paprika. I'm also going to be using island spice jerk seasoning. This is pepper. And this is also red pepper crushed. Maggi season up all purpose and Maggi chicken season up. Now, I'm going to start the process of adding. So I'm going to start the process now of adding my seasoning. So this is 1 spoon right there. And cover this up. And another spoon. Awesome. Great. Now, fall off. Oh, now see me. Here I am. Alright, so I'm gonna pull off this. Okay, it's off now. Alright, so you add a little. Don't want to add too much seasoning because your food will get salty. Pepper them pepper you have no use, so I not gonna come out. So add this already. Island spice very important. Then I add them pepper. Great. After all of this, you go in with your hands and you just rub in all of that goodness. You just rub it in. First, you should smell this. Right to God. You should smell this. Look at that. Yeah, that's what you want to see. Then, let me wash my hands. You're going to add your chopped seasonings. I'm going to add my onions. I'm going to add my tomato. We can add all of the tomato. I'm going to add my scallion. And then I'm going to add my garlic. Then you start again. You know, what is good to is to blend all of this. But I would suggest blending your seasoning for fried chicken, right? When it comes on to brown stewed chicken, Jamaican style, you don't blend the ground provisions because you don't want your pot to look naked. You want to have the vision, because some people cook with them eyes and eat with them eyes, all kind of something, before you taste. So you will taste the same, but you want to see your seasonings, But it's what, as I said, it's what goes for you. What goes for you. Alright, so this is the finishing touch. See there? Now all that is left is for me to add my brownie. Now to your bowl, you measure one. Well, this one don't have no strength. I don't know why. It's from Jamaica. When I say strength, as in it don't give me nothing. I'm gonna do 2 spoons. Wipe off the spoon. Then you get back your hands in it. You want the color shade of your brown stew. Right? That's the color that you're looking for. Different persons have different colors that they're looking for. I like to see my chicken looking brown stew even while I'm preparing it. Boy, I'm not gonna lie. This nah look brown stew. I may see a seasoning. Believe you me, it don't get bitter or nothing. Just to add a one more spoon. It don't get bitter. Me nah bash nobody. Me nah bash nobody. But why? Sometimes you have to stick with the one we have. Yes, I'm finally getting the look that I want. Finally getting the look. Alright? And this is what you want to see. This is what you want to see. You want to make sure that your chicken have that little shade, you know, and you want it to marinate while you're seasoning it in. Everything is marinating. That's what you want, and that's what is happening right here. So this is good. Right. So now, what you're going to do after you have, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cover this, leave it to start marinating while I get the pot hot. So what you do, you leave washing off the browning bottle because you don't want the bottle to continue with the little tube, so you might throw it off, nasty up the whole place. As I said, you clean as you go. Clean as you go. So, browning kind of stainy. So, browning and curry. Once you're using those things, you make sure, say, the area instantly clean. Instantly clean. Alright? More shortcut. Instantly clean. Because it's going to stain. Leave it or not, it's going to stain. But once you get it off on time, you're good. Right? So that's that. Now, we get these seasonings out the way. Now, what you need now is a specific pot. You need 2 pots when it comes to browning. Right? When it comes to cooking like that, you need a frying pot like this, whether it's big or small, because you're going to add oil to the pot. Let me show you. Oil. You add oil to the pot. You make sure that there's no water in the pot, because whatever flying all over the place already fly all over the place. You don't want to give nothing more. So that's enough oil. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to carry you closer to the stove so that you can see what's going to happen over there. Give me a second, my side. Alright, let me bring you closer. Let's see if you can see. Yes, you can see. Great. Now I'm going to turn the stove on. And I'm going to leave it at a medium heat. You're going to leave keep it at a medium heat because you want your pot to be very, very hot. You want your pot to be very, very hot. You see, if your pot not hot, you're not gonna have the effect. Everything gonna take long. And you're gonna become weary. And you don't want that. Can't see the pot. Can't see the... Okay, I think that's the best place. Awesome. You can see the pot. Well, you can't see in the pot, but you can see the pot. Alright. Soon show you in the pot. Alright, so you're going to want to have your plate, your bowl very near. Right? You're going to want it very near. Because once you start to add everything to your pot, you know, then that's when everything will start. So my pot is getting hot. A good way to test your pot to see if it has reached this temperature is to just add something to it. You see, I added that and it didn't start to move. So now I know that my pot is not hot because it's not frying and something was added. So that's a very good way to know when your pot is hot. Now, what I'm going to be using, you can use any fork. In your home, you can look for even the biggest fork that you have. Then you'll use that and to turn your chicken in your pot, right? So, mercy, you should just smell this. This, oh my God. Oh my God. If you're just joining, I want to welcome you to the Daniel Campbell Show. We are cooking brown stewed chicken and rice. It's the Daniel Campbell Show, live as a J1 student, where we, you have to cook. And especially for males, enough man out there. Them things a woman alone must cook. I'm tired to say it. It is a very, very good thing when a man can cook. Take off the burden of woman. We're in 2024. The job of a woman is not to be your maid. Some mothers out there, train up your sons. Train up your sons. Awesome. So you see that? Let me bring you closer and show you. You see that? That's what you called fried. So now you can see the whatever I place in the pot first is now frying. So this means that my pot has reached its correct temperature. Great. Now let me bring it a little closer. Now some people like to overcrowd their pot. If it can't hold, don't put it in. Your pot needs space. Now it's going to be going like that. Don't mind nothing will fly all over the place. A non-stick pan is very good. In this regard. Alright, so you see the chicken in the pot. Let me go back for my fork. You don't want it to burn. So you don't want it to lose the color. So you leave it like that to fry. And then over here, you leave your seasoning in the bowl, and it will stay here until after this becomes to a good steam. This is not the final pot that this chicken will remain. I'll be transferring it to another pot. So what you cook stew chicken in is a Dutch pot, right? So what you cook chicken in is a Dutch pot, especially stew chicken, right? So you cook stew chicken in a Dutch pot. So I'm going to add my Dutch pot here. And you realize the Dutch pot comes with a cover for you to cover it. Then while it's covered, everything will be steamed together. And that's after this process. This process is basically getting the chicken its, what I would say, it's basically getting the chicken its outer wall. You know? Making sure that it has that crisp. Mercy. You guys should smell this. You guys should smell this. And that's what you want. That's what you want. You know? And you know, as students, it's very good to learn how to cook. You can't just buy food every day, all the time, and just depend on someone to cook for you. You have to learn. So if you don't know how to cook stew chicken, you can't say you don't know how to cook stew chicken again. Am I right? Or am I wrong? Let's see. Alright. So while that's cooking, let me see what's happening in the chat. Somebody said, looks good, Chef Daniel. The heat will burn off what need to go to everyone. Oh, the heat? It's not hot enough. But let me turn it down. It's on medium. It's not going to burn, man. Once you pay attention and you make sure that you turn it in time, it won't burn. Once you know that you turn it in time, it won't burn. It won't burn. That's the consistency that you want. Yeah. So it is very good to know how to cook. And stew chicken is a very, very easy, very easy thing to do. It don't take forever. It don't take up a lot of your time. The most things that you actually do is cut up the seasoning and the cleaning up of the meat. That's probably the most that you will do. Other than that, easy, cheesy. Nothing hard. Nothing hard. And the smell, you know, the smell. If you have never had this before, half of your life, God. Grab a Jamaica. Yes. Yes. This is good consistency. So you want your chicken to fry though. And if your pot is not hot enough, it will take forever to fry. It will take forever to fry, and if it takes forever to fry down and receive that outer wall that you want before you put it into the Dutch pot, what will happen is that the chicken will start to produce its own water. And you don't want that. Because once your chicken starts to produce its own water, it's no longer going to fry as fast enough and to the consistency that you want. And if you don't get it to that consistency, when it is stewed, it won't taste like how you want it to taste. Yeah, so it's how you want it to taste. Yeah, so this side is good. I'm turning back this side to this one. I think the pot want a little more oil though. You see that as the little oil going on the pot, you can hear the everything just stops. You know why? Because the pot, the heat that it's getting is not enough. It's just not enough. So you have to make sure that it's good. You like when my stew chicken frying it. They do it. Yeah man, what do you like? All parts of it. Alright, so while that's going on, what you can do, you can start. So my rice is already done. Right? My rice is already done. So before the live had started, the rice was prepared. So normally, while this is going on, what you would start now to do is to wash your rice and stuff like that, and then start it. So it takes up a little time here, but it's like all this now. It's a good little, I don't even know the word, but you get what I'm trying to say. That, yeah. Now, what you add while your chicken's in the Dutch pot is some good old ketchup. The ketchup now brings thickness to whatever you are stewing. Right? It brings thickness to the sauce, the gravy, whatever you call it. And it also brings flavor. Some persons will add a little more pepper and stuff, but it's really, really good. Let me whip back on the pot. Alright, so this is reaching current consistency. This is what I want to see. Very good, very good. This is awesome. That's it. Alright, so I can now bring over my Dutch pot. My Dutch pot is on, and what I do is that I will just transfer the oil and everything into this pot. And then I'll leave the pot to heat it to continue what it's doing and then leave it to a cover. It will then start to produce its own water. And that's what you want. So you cover it. Oh, right, there you cover it. You cover it, and it will start to produce its own water. You know? That's what you do.
Oh, next one. Oh no, the big one.
Alright, so this is now being cooked down. What I'm going to do, I'm now going to get a cup and then I'm going to add some water to that. Adding water, no, not a cup, a bowl, and add some water to that. And then I'm going to add my warm water. Then I'm going to leave that, and then I'm going to carry back my fire to that temperature I would like. While that is being done, what you do, all the necessary cleaning up that you have, such as the plate that you would have used and you're no longer going to use it, the forks that you use, everything that you would have used, you're now going to go to it and you're going to clean it. Because as I said, the quicker you go to these things and the faster you do it, is the better your overall cooking experience will be. So cooking should not be seen as something that's hard. It should not be seen as something that is difficult. It's really nice and it can be fun however you like it. Right? So I'm happy that you joined me in my kitchen today. And you know, it's a very fun fact to even use this opportunity to speak. And if you're joining now, I want to remind you that on Tuesday, that's tomorrow, we are going to be having RAN News. Yes, RAN News will be coming back. It will be season 1, episode 2, where we will be speaking about some really very hot topics that's happening in the country of Jamaica. This is a very, very, very good season. I'm not sure if you have been checking the news, and you know, I just want to give you a little synopsis, to use this opportunity to even give you a little synopsis and what will be happening, because I will be trying to get some panels to join in where we'll be speaking politics, and we will be speaking of not only politics, we'll be speaking about all the activities that's happening throughout this week and last week in the news in Jamaica. And even today, I don't know if you have been watching the news where the Prime Minister on CVM at Sunrise, where he said that the current opposition leader is of dual citizenship, meaning he's of British descent, however he's Jamaican born. So that's a very big topic because that's a very breaking, hard story to bring. You know, the leader of the opposition is of dual descent. What are your views on this matter? Do you believe that an aspiring prime minister should have dual citizenship? Or would you say yes, because Edward Seaga was a dual citizen? Or would you say no, because that's conspiracy? So stuff like that. And we'll be bringing out the news, bringing the comments and what persons are saying. So we want you to comment and bring forth your views
and you're going to leave your comments and if you want it to be anonymous or not. And we're going to, spill the tea and what are your views on what's happening in Jamaica. There's a lot going on, especially for students. I don't know if many students, especially who are in high school, you're doing CSEC now, you're preparing for university. Did you know that the breaking news is that you no longer need a guarantor as of last month, April the 1st, to go to Student Loan Bureau? Yes. So all of the people them, we used to say, them can't go to university because of this. Guarantor is also there. And many other stuff. So there's a lot of hot topics that we're going to be discussing. So if you have not yet written down your questions on the things and the happenings in Jamaica, make sure that you take them down now. Yeah, make sure you take them the first thing. You see that? You see the seam? You see the seam? That's what you want. So my pot is now at a boil. So this part is too small. You make sure that the parts of the chicken that you want to have its outer wall. You're not sure about having outer wall. You know that wall that I'm talking about. Faces down. Now this pot now needs some more water. So I'm just going to add a little more water. Just going to add a little more water. And I'm also going to add my ketchup. And as you go, you're going to want to add your water to your pot. Why? Because you're going to want to make sure that your pot does not dry out and your chicken starts to burn. So you have to make sure that, not to say that you're going to run every minute to turn down the level of your fire. No, that's not what you're going to be doing. What you're going to be doing is to make sure that your pot is at a correct temperature. Then, whether it's low, medium, or high, then you are going to make sure that the water is always at a level, because you don't want too much water in your and you also don't want too little. So that ketchup should now give it a little thickness. And as I say, if you're cooking your chicken, I'm going to say my browning nana use, and the chicken look too white, you can always tip a little in the pot. Now kill it. Especially browning like the one that we have. We're not going to be cut. After all, it's brown stewed chicken, not white chicken. Welcome, Miss Barrett. Welcome. Thank you. Welcome. Yes, welcome. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. This is the Daniel Campbell Show. We're streaming live right here on YouTube. We're cooking with Daniel live as a J1 student. We started off by cutting up our seasoning or onion or tomatoes or garlics, and we're doing everything that you need to do when you're cooking Jamaican stew chicken. If you missed that, you'd have to rewatch the video or scroll back down. Then here in this bowl, you'll see what's here. It's being marinating. That's the word, marinating. After a few minutes, I'll add it to my Dutch pot. We started off by frying down our stewed chicken, get it that outer layer coat before we transferred to our Dutch pot. Now, I was giving you some prep on tomorrow's RAN News Spotlights. What we'll be focusing on, and it is very important to note that the issues that are affecting your country It's very important. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, we should always balance it. We shouldn't always focus on the negative. We should also focus on the positives, right? Because just as though there are many bad things that are happening, there are also very good things. So we're not just going to come to say this is happening, that's happening, this is funny from what no funny. We're going to make sure that it is all together. As it is RAN News, it is season 1, episode 2. It has been too long since RAN News season 2 have been posted. Now it's going to be streaming live at 7 p.m. tomorrow. So make sure that you come out and you come with your questions on what you want to hear and what are your views on the happenings in Jamaica during this week. Mercy. I just wish you could smell this. I wish you could smell this. I'm just going to leave that to marinate a little. Yeah, so it's very important to know these things. And so that's Tuesday, tomorrow. And on Friday, yes, on Friday night, we're going to be having Vesper night. And this week we're still focusing on the great controversy. Last week was exceptional, where we were focusing on the great controversy, the blessed hope of God. You know, because it is very important to know the facts when it comes to your canon, which is your Bible, your canon of your Christianity, your Bible. And it's very important to understand where you're coming from. How did sin enter this world? What is the great controversy? Where did sin come from? That's what we focused on Friday. Vesper. We focused on the great controversy, the blessed hope. We spoke on who is grace, who became grace, how did sin enter the world? What is sin? We know that sin is the transgression of God's law, right? But who was the first transgressor of God's law? We focused that the devil, then known as Lucifer, was the first transgressor of God's law. Then we went further to say the Bible speaks of other the Bible speaks of fallen worlds, other fallen worlds. However, what happened to, was there sin before Lucifer transgressed God's law? That's the question. Because God is a God of choice. And before Lucifer transgressed the law, he would have created a choice in heaven, whether you follow me or you do not. Lucifer, he had pride, he had jealousy, and all that. So I'm not going to go too deep. But remember that on Friday night, Vesper, we're going to be going further into the great controversy. But just to finish off that part since I started it, Lucifer developed pride, right? And because of the pride that Lucifer developed, Lucifer wanted to be like Jesus because he had jealousy. He was jealous for God. Lucifer, even though he was very powerful, Lucifer was like God the Son, God the Holy Spirit, Lucifer. He was a very powerful angel, a musical angel, right? Melodious. Lucifer was that. So Lucifer, being that high-ranking angel in heaven, he wanted worship because he was jealous. He wanted to be like the Most High. And in wanting to be like the Most High, Lucifer sinned. Sin was found in Lucifer. And that was a hot topic on Sabbath night. So if you haven't watched that video, I'm going to ask that you run back and watch it. Because we found that sin was found in Lucifer. And that's how Lucifer sinned. Lucifer never want to go down by himself. No. He brought one of every 3 angels that was in heaven. 1/3 of the angels were cast out of heaven with Lucifer. That's what we found out. And another very important question that was asked on the last Vesper was When Jesus died on the cross, was the devil happy or was he sad? Was the devil happy that Jesus was crucified and persecuted by the saints? The Son of God persecuted on a cross. They that say that they are of God, priests and people of God, call themselves Jews. They cry, persecute him, persecute him. That's what the devil wanted. God's people to turn against him, and that's what they did when Jesus came on earth. Right? Jesus hung on the cross. He died for you and I. He became grace. He was crucified. Him crucified. The songwriter said, Jesus crucified the blood. That's why the blood of Christ is so powerful. The songwriter said the blood prevailed. So Jesus lived on. He was risen from the dead on the third day. And in rising from the dead on the third day, it concluded his mission for coming on earth. So it brings the question, was the devil happy? Was the devil happy when Jesus died? That was a very, 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 very debatable topic. But the question was answered because I answered it. It's both. And persons in the comment answered. So if you have other questions on it or you want to see it, just run back and see it. It's both. Because if Jesus died in the way he did, the devil was happy that the people turned against him. Because he blinded their eyes. Right? The devil was in the way. He was doing that. Tempting people, telling them to say, persecute him, whatever. But at the end, when he was persecuted, he could not have been happy because he died on the cross for our sins so that we can have a second chance at eternal life. So that means that all he's doing and trying to make sure that God's people come down with him are going to be in vain, because now they at least have a chance at eternal life. Their sins have been forgiven through the blood of the Lamb. So it was a very good topic. So if you want to spill the tea and tell your testimony, if you want to tell how the Lord have been good to you, you can call in on Friday's Vesper. If you want to speak on the topic, on the great controversy, you can call in. You can join the live. You can leave your comments. You can have the discussion. And we will speak on how the blessings of the Lord is upon our lives. You know? Yeah, so that's Friday Vesper. And remember, tomorrow, Ran News. Right? Mercy. You see a while ago, we have to run, come add the water. Because you don't want your pot to dry down. You don't want to. You always want to make sure that your pot is at a bubble. Right? You always want that. So, boy, I'm not like this running. Honestly speaking. Yeah, so you don't want your pot to thing here. So, that's good. So while that's boiling, you give that a few more minutes, like about 10 minutes or so. 10 minutes or 10 to 15 minutes or so. And then you can add your seasoning. See, these are marinating here good together, all this good stuff. Yeah, man. So all of this good stuff is going to be added. Some people might probably would have added long time. You don't want it, you want it to be kind of salty. You don't want it to lose its trueness. You need to see it swimming around, but if you add it too quick and it's closed, it's going to be like a pressure cooker. It's going to melt away and then soon after cannot be seen with the naked eye. You need to be able to share the provision with your seasoning, kind of a little bit visible on it, and not overcooked. Yes, and not overcooked. You don't want it to be overcooked. Yeah. So this looks excellent. this looks excellent. I'm not going to lie, that looks excellent. And the rice is great. This is I think it's parboiled rice or something like that. But I think I can add a little more ketchup, you know. I think you can add a little more ketchup to this. You just squeeze. As I said, the ketchup gives it its thickness and it also gives it flavor. So it gives it its thickness and it gives it its flavor. Alright? So, yeah. So, this is looking good. And if you like your food spicy, you can always add any pepper. As many pepper as you want. I didn't add any pepper earlier. I didn't add any pepper earlier, but I'm going to add the pepper now. It's just to give it a little tubes of spice. You know? Pepper gives it a little tubes of spice. So let me oops. Alright, so that's the pepper. So you're going to cut it like this. Pepper now have no use. So don't watch the looks. Pepper have no use. You cut it in that size. I don't want to cut the pepper too small. Like when you cut the garlic. Because you want to see the pepper. Because if you underestimate pepper, you know. You want me say too in the hot? Maybe you say this now. And then boom. The pepper bad. Food can't eat again. So at the same time, you don't really want to underestimate the pepper. You want to make sure it's visible, because if it's too hot, you're not going to go near it. So you're going to want to be able to see it. So that should be hot pepper. Now I'm going to cut sweet pepper. No, sweet pepper you don't want a lot. You just want a cubes. You know why? Sweet pepper will kill the flavor of your food. Sweet pepper. It will kill the flavor of your food. So, to cut your sweet pepper, you need a proper size knife. Right? Proper size knife. Proper size knife. You know, if you can't cut it fast, you cut it to your liking. You don't want your finger gone. Some people then go too extra, and you lose your finger. Me. So, like me now, I don't really fancy sweet pepper. So I'll cut it very fine. So that I'll eat it when it comes into the plate. Right? But too fine, you're not going to know in your food, you know. Carry in your food. You know them little black seed, pimento seed there? Where people put in a rice and peas, mercy. When that dash right in your pot, you know. And every bite you make, you taste that, you spit out everything in your mouth. Yeah man, it's very healthy. But it's there in so much. Like people who don't like peas in a rice. When them get them peas, now every bite you make, no matter how much you pick out the peas out of the rice, that's still rice and peas. One way or the other. If you're allergic, you drop down. Still have to eat peas. Yeah. So you tend to use a smaller knife when you want to cut it so small. Right? Yeah. And then, of course, you wash your hands at all times. And if you are eat it, you don't want to sick yourself. Some people say, I eat it. Come up around. So we practice. Well, as I said, it's what goes for you. Right? So that's this. I'm not gonna add it to the other one because I want this to go in as is. This is going to go in the pot first. If anything will boil out, this more and boil out. Cool. Now I'm going to add this seasoning. Yeah. That's good. Great. That smell tremendous. You should smell it. Oh, you're nice to the pot. Thought you guys were able to see the pot. And mango. Smell is great. Really like it before. And with that in it now, the flavor will be enhanced significantly. Now, this is probably around 10 minutes now. So I'm going to add the other seasonings. And because my thing is so, you have to fill up the season here to bring back little stew color to the pot. So the brown stew, it's very important that you be mindful of the browning brand. Sometimes we put trust in a brand because everybody can make browning. Right? And everybody can make browning. And you can always make natural brownings too. Right? You can make browning naturally. If you want to make a natural browning, the process is that you burn sugar. So you get your sugar, you put it into the frying pot or whatever pot you want to use, and put it to heat, and once it is melt, you get browning. That's what you do to get browning. Right? So that's that. So I'm going to cover back this pot so that it can maintain heat. So one of the very important things to know when you are cooking is heat, time, and temperature. To maintain heat and temperature. Now, as I said earlier, while all of this is going on, what you do in the spare time is to wash whatever is left. Right? So what I'm going to be doing now, I'm going to be washing up all that is dirty. Right? So some persons don't know to wash plate, some persons don't like to wash plate. This is a very easy little trick to do that. Not everybody don't want to like wash plates, you know? So soaping it up, I like to make sure everything is properly touched. Because if you don't do that, you know, it's going to cause all kind of fret, so you don't want to buy a plate or utensils to come. You don't want it, so you have to make sure that everything is properly cooked. Not cooked, washed. So, soaping up these are already washed. So, to make sure that these are also washed. Yeah, to wash everything. Man, you have to wash. And when you're soaping up, you have to do it very fast, because you have to remember that you have to be maintaining. You can't just focus on it. You have to look on the pot too, because the fire will just feel to go up and dry up the water and burn the chicken. So you can't just acting there. You can't be just, yeah, you have to make sure that your pot is to a boil. Yeah, that is it. Mercy. That's right, that's right. Yeah. You see that? You see how the vegetables are strong? You see how this one look like it was melt already? See that? Yeah. And sometimes when you see like the leg of the chicken, fried chicken, look like them you just jerk it little, make a steam go through, yeah. So no want no water, can cover it up, put my rice right here, so yeah, and then go back to washing of the utensils. Right, so now we are rinsing part. Now for rinsing, I want to pour. Right, so just rinse that. Then after rinsing it, it's dry. Can I make it pop? When you pot these as if it's going to boil over, you bring down the temperature from whatever it is. Whatever the temperature is that you bring it down from. Then you cover it. So Sometimes it can be that it just wants to be half covered so that, you know, everything is not boiling over. So once everything is washed, then comes the drying aspect. Yeah, welcome one, welcome all if you're just joining. Welcome to the Daniel Campbell Show. It is the life of a J1 student. It's cooking with Daniel. Now we are cooking today, we're cooking brown stewed chicken and rice. Let me show you where we reach. That is it. That's the consistency that you want. Yes. Indeed, Miss Clark. Little by little you will get the the comments. Let me see. Let me see what they're saying in the comments. Yes, Miss J. A lot of persons don't know. I'm looking in the comments. Let me see what is being said in the comments. Alright, let me check the comments. Yes, Miss Kadeen, thank you. Yes, Miss Novelette Williams, it's not what we believe the Jamaican Constitution allows him to serve. He's a part of the Commonwealth. It's a non. That is it. So we want you to come with your questions and all your comments on the Constitution. I will go and speak on the matter regarding dual citizenship. Do you believe your government should have dual citizenship? Your leader of government should have dual citizenship? All of that we'll go and discuss. Let me see. That's a great topic. I'll be tuning in. Awesome. Elizabeth Makela said, glad to see Daniel. Thank you. Thanks for joining. Thank you, Miss Fergus. Mercy. Carlin said, didn't realize Montana is 2 hours behind Ethan. Yes, it is. We're having, our sunset is not until minutes to 10. Minutes to 10 in the night, we get sunset. Yeah. Look how long that comment went. No, but I never realized that comment that was there. I'm just seeing it. I never realized at all. Daniel, do not use the same soap sponge to... No, I don't actually, no. All right, so this sponge is for chicken. Anything that use chicken and stuff like that. And the other one you see over here, so this is for stuff that are not raw and stuff like that. So there are 2 different sponge. And there is hand soap. And there is the liquid, dishwashing liquid. And there is hand towel. It kind of finished now. There is hand towel. There is. Yes, Miss. Yes, unbothered. Yes, Mojo favored and unbothered. What a name. Mojo favored and unbothered. Look how you're doing good, Daniel. Thank you, Miss Clark. Thank you. Yeah, man. So you see the pot of simmer down now? Yeah. You see the bubble has slowed down now, so it has steam. So this is the cook temperature that you need, yeah. So it a cook down now. All of them flavor that go in nice. So all this need now to make it gravy. Okay, you don't want a pot of soup, right? You don't want a pot of soup. I kind of leave it up because it did go on extravagant a while ago. Yeah, man, me have to tidy up while I'm cooking, you know. It's very important, especially to make sure that what you're doing is not stressful. You tidy up while you're cooking. So what I don't use hand towel per se to dry. I use this hand towel. It's a hand towel still, but it's not paper hand towel. Now this is very essential because it's a lot of water you're drying off. Right? It's way better than just paper towel. Paper towel will finish too quick. Right? So we dry these. You have to dry them good enough because you don't want it go in your cabinet and get wet and moldy and all of that. You want to make sure that the consistency of your stuff is there. Yeah. So you dry this off. Yeah. And then some water will come up on the counter. You dry it off because it will slip. Just like a water will slip on the floor. It slips in the dishes. And you don't want your crackers to touch the floor. Don't want that at all. It will impact you differently. Alright, so dry pots to make sure that it's, I make sure that it's thoroughly dry. Let's see what they say in the comments. Anyone that knows and practice that cleaning up skill while cooking knows that they are doing very efficient. Mercy. That is it. That is it. Cook and clean up at the same time makes it easier. That is it, Grace. So true. Once you cook and clean up at the same time, it makes it so easy. You can imagine you cook and you say, yeah, once you're done cooking up, some people just feel lazy. They finish cook and the plate you're eating now, you're gonna feel lazy. All you want to eat. Food smell nice, food look good. And when you look around, you see the whole heap of plate them and pack and everything. Either you go and put it on whoever you did cook for. If you say, well, I'm gonna wash my plate, I mean cook. Or this and that. You know? Or you will have to do it and you will feel it so burdensome. And then because of that, sometimes you want to cook, you don't bother want to cook. You don't bother want to cook because of how long it's going to take you for cooking. You don't bother want to cook because of the plate them. We have to wash after. So all of these things play crucial role. Crucial role. Yeah. So now I'm going to use this spoon. Because the gravy is dry down now. Alright, let me look and see. Alright, good. Pot is looking great. Fantastic. Notice this one is still here. See? Still here. Over this side, where the washing is being taken place, which is taking place, this one is being used. So cross-contamination does not take place. Cross-contamination. The fork go there, the knife, go there, and this is washed thoroughly. Thoroughly. It's washed thoroughly. Great. Now, to make sure that all the soap is removed. But the soap stay for it and dry. You stay for it with all of the dirt when you go and wash off. You know what you see. And that will make you sick. Alright, so once this is dry it off now. Alright. Alright, so all of that have been dried. Now to finish rinse off this, you rinse out the sink and make sure that nothing over down in the sink. Then these now, because they are so sharp, you can't leave them out like this. So once it is dry, it instantly puts on safety protector. This protector protects the knife and the user. Right. Now it's for me to put these back where they belong. And it's just that easy. Nothing at all. That is all. It is nothing hard. So you make sure everything goes in its place. Alright, so everything goes in its place. Oh, the pot. Oh, the pot here needs to, the pot here wasn't washed enough. You put back everything else in their space. Oops. Everything else in its space. This would go over this. This is going to be washed. This was just water, so that's why this goes over here. It was just water. This was chicken. Dispose of this. Alright. First, what you don't want to nasty up the sponge and leave a long lasting stain. So you make sure that the water goes here and it removes the visible dirt that can be seen with the naked eye. Outer part of it. See how easy that was? I saw my boy with Angela. Angela said, would I eat some food the way me I am? The pot on the fire, Daniel. Oh, yes. I remember. Yeah, man. The pot reaching its consistency. Yeah, man. See that? That's the level that you want it to be. So that's the level you want it to be. The skin won't come off now. That's perfectly fine. Once you see that, that's the level you want it to be at. See that? You can see the seasonings. They're not vanished. They're visible. See that? At one lift of the sauce, or you're not seeing at one lift of the sauce, you can see the gravy. Now let me taste it. Yeah, man. Pepper not no use to. Let me tell you. Pepper look like a little sweet pepper. See, they look like a hot scotch bonnet. Look like a sweet pepper look so. Them green one are sweet pepper. Cause partner have no little yeah. So that can be covered now. Leave it little bit more minutes. By the time I finish wash this. Right? So let me see. Pepper worthless. Yeah man, it have no use. Yes. Washing off the seasoning. Yeah, no. Like I said, I must turn up the stove. And you know well want to see me burn up the food, eh? You know well want to see me burn up the food. Alright, so washing this now. This goes over here. This comes to this side. You realize? Different sponge. Adding soap all over again. To wash the pot that was only with water. Oh, to dry it down a little. Okay. But it a dry down. So it's dried down and it's getting a little thickness. Alright, so I'm reading the comments. Daniel, do not overcook the chicken. Turn up the heat a little to dress out the okay. Alright, let me turn up the heat a little. See if it burn up enough. I will never be. So it's now. So I turn it up a little. Alright.
Alright, let me dry off this now. Then dry this also. Don't want your bowl to gather in the water. Now because I turned up the fire, I have to make sure that it is monitored even more. And while it is up, you have to now remove the cover because the cover will produce more heat. Let me see. Yes, Daniel, cause we will hungry. So, but Clark said I read the comments and you will get the reminder to look at the Daniel. Look at the partner. Okay. Me left and come back and think say the pot land. Boy, beer breadcrumbs. No man, the pot land, man, the pot land. We just make sure that the gravy is at the correct consistency. Daniel, we're hungry. Is after 10 a.m. I'm here. It's finished. Daniel, you will make us dead from hunger. Stir a little, don't let it stick. It's not gonna stick on the macaroni and cheese. Nah, go stick it's a non-stick pot this, you know, and I'm using a spoon. I can't stir it. So it's actually cooked, it's just the gravy. This is just the gravy going down. You should smell what I'm smelling. Mercy. The aroma, mighty God. You should smell what I'm smelling. Alright, so cover this now. And now I'm going to put this bowl away. Turn the camera over to that side. There's a small one and I'm going to put it this way. Okay. Alright, so this has reached its consistency that I need it to be. So I'm going to turn it off now. So the chicken pot has been turned off. Right, so I'm going to raise this back. Alright. Now remember these that I was cutting up earlier. I'm going to dispose of them now. Let me anything over that drop in the sink can go in this part also.
Let's see what they're saying in the comments. Daniel invests $200 in some shirts that says mercy. Turn over Okay, that's a good idea. Nothing but lovers. That's a good idea. Thank you for that one. Chicken don't need a lot of water to cook, Daniel. So the next cooking of chicken show use less water. Yeah, man, will do, will do. Alright, so let me. And what I'm using still is the Scotch Brite for chicken and stuff like that, to wipe the area where this was. Alright. Put these back in the fridge. Awesome. So I'm going to put these back now. Oh, I'm going to put a spoon. Awesome. Awesome. Put this back. Alright, great. Now it's time for the. Oh, let me put back the seasonings. Alright, so. Right. Okay, give me 1 second. 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Right, yes, so. Oh, let me show you the finishing before the presentation. Let me show the finishing. This is it. Yes. Yes. Mercy. Yes. Yes. Woo. Look at that. Consistency. Look at that. Somebody talk to me. Mercy. That is what I'm talking about. Yes. Yes, Miss Drummond. Daniel, remember to call Auntie D. Yes, will do. Yeah, man. This is your seasoning, Daniel. Wonderful. This is your season, Daniel. Wonderful cooking program. Looking forward to your future agenda. Yes, thank you. Okay, will do. Will do, Carlin. Invest in a Bluetooth so your audience can hear you also. You have no regrets, it's very convenient. Yes, will do. Yes, at the end, there's a clean kitchen. There's nothing waiting. The only thing that is there is serving. Let me serve up a let me serve up a presentation. Let me prepare. Um, yes. I'm gonna show you until it is served. Then you will see the finishing touch. That's it. Of what would have been prepared. You know? So if you're just joining, welcome to the Daniel Campbell show. It was a great show. If you're just joining, you might have to go skip back and watch and see what we would have started with to where we're at now. What we were cooking is Jamaican brown stew chicken. Yes, the life of a J1 student, cooking with Daniel here on the Daniel Campbell show. It is very good to see males cooking, you know. It's not very popular to see it because many youth out there have the view that males should not cook, right? I mean, I always say. But it is very important, you know, say males should learn how to cook. Can't burden the wives. Can't burden the wives. You know? Everybody should learn how to cook. So, I'm not sure the finishing, how may I do it yet? So you can see the finishing touch and then give me a rate from 1 to 10. Alright? Going to want your rate from 1 to 10. To want your rate from 1 to 10. Wait. Yeah, so the countdown begins. The finishing. Yeah. That was Mojo at Huawei. Right, so right. So it's gonna be Jamaican style. The presentation is Jamaican style. Right. Right, let me hear some drum roll. Right. So this is the finishing touch. This is going to be the finishing touch. So this is the finishing touch. Let me. Awesome. Drum roll, drum roll. Brrr. That is it. Yes. Now, everybody can laugh now, you know. Coming down that dead with laugh. Yes, yes. This is the final touch of our brown stew chicken. Mercy. And rice, yes. You know how much money for this at Jamaica would I laugh? One plate of this at Jamaica for about $900 now, or $2,000. Yes. God is good. And we thank Him. You just practice to become perfect. Yes, thank you. I know it's for the tasting. Let me, because it has to have the tasting aspect of it, you know. Because the tasting aspect It has a tasting aspect, so no. Let me. Let's do the tasting. Yes. Right. Mercy. Right. So make sure somebody everything properly because I don't want nobody crucify me. The fork and the knife is in the right hand. That's right. So start. And taking off a little of the rice. Alright, cut into the chicken. Let's taste the chicken. Taste it for me, are you? It's real good. It's real good. The ketchup saved the day. This is real good. And it's good to eat your food with your vegetables. Tomatoes, very healthy. Yes. Yeah. So now I'm going to eat the remainder of my dinner. I remember people before they eat, you must pray. As even if you start eat and you forget to pray, you pause and you say a prayer. You thank God for the food you eat already. So you bring nourishment and nourishment alone to your body. And when you go finish eat, so you continue to bring nourishment. Okay, you can't eat where you eat already, you bring nourishment and you pray for where you go finish eat. And you bite the poison after. If I eat food that when you don't eat, you just take up the last bit and think of chicken and a pepper. And you're like, damn, the food that tastes good at the end. Wow. It's just hot. Yeah. Let me see. Oh, you guys didn't see when I prayed? Okay, let me pray so I can. Let me include you in my prayer. Let me include you in my prayer. Most righteous and eternal Father, we thank you for the food that I would have started to eat and I will continue to eat. Let it bring nourishment and nourishment alone to my body. Bless also those who are at home and they are also eating their dinner, or those who have already eaten their dinner. Those who might not have dinner to eat, oh God, I ask you to bless them, that they will know that you are with them, and as they cry out to you and they ask for your help, that you will let down your miracle upon their lives. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Yes. It's very important. Prayer is the most important aspect of my life, and it should be of yours. Everything you do, you're supposed to pray. When you wake up, the first thing you do, you're supposed to pray. When you're going to bed, always remember to pray. A praying Christian, is one that grows. And even if you're not a Christian, once you pray, the Bible says to pray without ceasing. Prayer is very powerful. In everything you do, you must pray. Alright? So I'm going to be eating the remainder of my dinner. I want to thank you all for joining Cooking with Daniel here on the Daniel Campbell Show. Remember, tomorrow, RAN News streaming live starting at 7 o'clock p.m. The live stream will be there so in advance so that you can see it in your time zone and set your reminder accordingly. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for the support. Thank you. Remember, if you have not yet subscribed, remember to click that subscribe button, click that bell so that anytime a video is posted, you will get your notification. Remember, stay good, stay healthy. Remember to pray. Remember on Friday, Vesper night service, the Daniel Campbell Show, Vesper session. And remember to not just come and view, but come with your testimonies, come with your comments, come with your Bibles, because we're going to be going deeper into the great controversy. So on Friday, we're going deeper into the great controversy. How we're going to go deeper in the great controversy. I'm not going to give you the subtopic as yet, but the major topic, as we have been doing since January, is the great controversy. For tomorrow run news, we're focusing on the hot topics that are facing Jamaica. Remember, I gave you 3 that you should come with your questions. Do you believe that your government, your leader of the opposition, should have dual citizenship? Right? This morning on Smile Jamaica, Prime Minister Andrew Holness stated that this is of his view, that no one who is aspiring for government should have dual citizenship. But the question should raise is, wasn't Prime Minister the most honorable Edward Seaga, God bless his soul, a dual citizen? He had a second passport. So the question, it's a very big debate, right? At the same time, the same party, the People's National Party, back then, in those times, they were persecuting persons, not to persecute as in persecute literally, but politically pushing persons to step or refrain from getting two citizenship or stuff like that. But in this age where we're living and where we're seeing it in our constitution, we don't see. But let me not get too deep into the matter. If you want to join the conversation, join tomorrow at 7 p.m. focusing on, do you believe your prime minister should have dual citizenship? What are your views on the new events that are happening in government? We're speaking politics, we're speaking government, and we're also speaking the hot topics that are facing Jamaica. Have you seen the news? Have you seen the front page of the Jamaica Observer? Check it out and join me tomorrow. Come with your questions, come with your concerns, come with your topics that we will discuss, and we will delve and spill the tea on what you need to know about your country. Right? So thank you for joining and pleasant viewing.